All right, so what it is, this is just going to be a quick preliminary test. And I'm going to be doing this test is really for like, say, a podcast vlog position where you're using, a good external microphone with the S10. But immediately straight away, what I've noticed here is all that light interference from behind me. Now what it is, the sun isn't actually there. The sun is like to the side, so that there is just like the light off the clouds. Do you know what I mean? So that is not direct sunlight yet. I'm trying what it is. See, I'm trying to block that light coming through with my hands or getting through to the sensor, and you can see that the response off the camera is really odd. I mean, the white balance has gone to pot as well, because well, unless it only looks like this on the phone screen, but I look kind of like smeared and solarized a bit as well, so it's not getting that. Let me just actually close them curtains over. I'm just going to close the curtains and see how it responds, so you know how much better it is. Okay, so that's definitely better, but the only problem is that I'm not really happy with the white balance. And is it just me, or am I still seeing things here? Right, as I'm looking on the phone here, as I'm lifting my hand up here, I seem to be getting weird light refraction. And I've just cleaned the front lens before I started as well. There's something really odd about the light, the way the phone's dealing with the light. Okay. I'll just carry on with the audio test. Yeah, so basically I'm on my ME64. And obviously the beauty of this particular microphone is that it just plugs directly into the phone. So I don't need to preamp this or send it phantom power. It does its own power. Now, obviously the main reason for this particular test, although I can't get my mind off this light problem now, this particular test is really to replicate sitting at a table doing a vlog or something, or or a podcast. Actually, I don't even know what the difference is between a vlog or a podcast, because I'm not really a vlogger or a podcaster, so I'm a bit dumb as to what the differences are. But regardless of what the technical difference is to a blog and a vlog, the actual way you would operate the equipment would be identical. So this quick test here is going to give me a good idea as to how the phone responds to professional microphone. Now the only problem that I potentially might have is because the phone uses processing going in. I've got a feeling it probably slightly re-EQs on the input as well. It'll have various forms of dynamics, compression, AGC, limiting and such. And because of that, unfortunately, what happens is a very expensive mic may not sound the way it should do when it's compared to a budget mic. So as a for instance, I mean, what's this here? So there's a little Rode Video Micro. Now the thing with these, I actually really like these microphones. I like them because they're mega robust. Are they the best microphone sound in the world? Absolutely not, no. But what they're really good at though is picking up dialogue, because they have like a bit of a upper frequency bump in them, and the way that the capsule seems to be tailored is that it's less responsive to real low end. So quite naturally, this particular microphone would sound like quite brightish and would be less susceptible to rumble, which is absolutely fantastic for people on small camera devices when they're outdoors and such. Because, most people are not sound engineers. Do you know what I mean? Most people just want to plug a mic in and get on with stuff. And in that instance, That's why I think this is an amazing microphone. Like I say, it's definitely not the best sounding mic in the world, but it does a particular job extremely well and is quite possibly the best at it out of all these little mics as well. I mean, my favourites are this and the VM10, which is the Comica. And then obviously with this, you know, you've got definitely the best dead cat in the world for all these small microphones. In fact, when I go outdoors with the 64, I put the dead cat of this on here. Anyway, I'm digressing during this preliminary test. Oh yeah, by the way, if anybody's come across this, because it's likely to have gone onto me test channel, and if I've left it open and someone's come across it, these videos are really just for me. I do them, put them up on YouTube, because I have to gauge how these things look and sound after they've gone to YouTube. So that's why I do these preliminary testings. Anyways, point I was getting at, a microphone like this, because it doesn't have like the utmost best, you know, audio characteristics for a microphone. When you plug it into something like a phone, what you're gaining with this is convenience, along with obviously the phone, and you're going to be able to get very good, clean and clear dialogue. So these are perfect for doing vlogging on a lot of portable devices. And whereas the microphone itself, it may not show the entire frequency response range that you may be used to with a bigger professional microphone, it nonetheless does a great job. Now the thing is, phones such as the S10, well, most phones in fact, if you've got no way of bypassing the phone's processing, what's going to happen is microphones like this are probably not going to sound like any worse than what they normally would. But when you get to a proper good mic like what I'm on now, unfortunately, because of the amount of processing being applied to its signal, all the better things that you or all the more positive things about a microphone like this that you benefit from when you use it accordingly with like a good preamp and a good recording system, you'll potentially lose a lot of those benefits going into a phone like this, or any phone in fact, you know what I mean? If you cannot bypass the automatic gain control or the whatever kind of noise shaping, because this phone definitely noise shapes as well. I've noticed it. When I was outside, I'm very familiar with how microphones like this sound, and I know what the ambience should sound like. This phone definitely was knocking it down a bit. It wasn't gating. It was definitely some form of a cancellation reduction type thing, and the thing is, when I did the stuff in the room, I could hear it more as well because I'm used to the room acoustics and stuff. But the plus point to it is, though, weirdly, the phone was making things sound quite clean as well. So again, you can't really knock these things back that the phones like this do. They are most certainly not for professional sound recordists, unless you can bypass stuff, or don't have it to hand, or even if you can use a USB adapter going in, which would externally do all the conversion for the audio and basically bit streams the audio into the phone. As soon as you start trusting any phone's analog input, you're subject to what it's going to be doing. And like I said, this is the long, boring explanation of why these are very much kind of like suited to using with phones, because you don't necessarily impede or damage the acoustic characteristics of a mic like this. But the mic that I'm on at the moment, this definitely will be impeded going through a system which is designed to level out the audio and do certain things to it, to the audio that is, which is designed to make it the most user-friendly sound you can get, let's put it that way. So the phone will do user-friendly sounds with a user-friendly mic mega well, but as soon as you put a professional mic on, if you can't bypass all the AGC dynamics and potentially EQ, noise shape and noise reduction, whatever it is that the phones are doing, if you can't bypass all that, then unfortunately a microphone like this will suffer. So the long and short of it is unless you can get the microphone into the phone properly, you will hear a difference with a mic like this compared to this one, as a for instance. You will hear the difference, but that difference is nowhere near the difference of what these mics would truly sound like as far as their characteristic differences are concerned if recorded on like a full-blown, proper, uncompressed, unimpeded recording system. Anyway, I got 10.5 minutes. I really don't know when to shut up. Oh God. Right, this is gonna be enough anyway. Although I'm still a little worried about the color representations, which is quite possibly white balance. It may even be exposure. I'm worried about the way I'm getting that light bleed thing. And also I've noticed some pretty horrific like lens refraction stuff going on, where the light is bouncing inside or bouncing back off the sensor to the lens and then reflecting again. I did some stuff outdoors and I just had this like orb tracking right across the screen as I was moving the phone and panning it. I mean, I was going into sunlight, but the thing is, you know, the people have got to use these things for people who use these things of vlogging have got to be able to just pick the phone up, walk with it, do what they're gonna do, and get on with it. Then they shouldn't be worrying about, you know, oh, can I turn around and point into the sun? Or in fact, they didn't even have to point directly into the sun. And also, is it me, or is that? I'm hoping it's just an effect of the screen, but I seem to be feeling that there's my hand there. That feels like there's a something here. I'd noticed it just before. Definitely something there. Hoping it is on the phone, on the screen here, and not me lights. But yeah, no, I've got to look into this further. I'm getting a little bit, getting a bit worried about the lens system on this camera. Yeah, anyway, so that'll do for this prelim test. If I have put this up, this has been dead long and boring and whatnot. You know, if anyone's come across it, then yeah, I don't know if you've learned anything, but I have. I think I've got a problem with my phone. Anyway, I've been David Harry. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care. Bye-bye.